just feel like, up, it's our moment. Imagine if we were going up, 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 and you we're up, up, up. Like, I'd be like, we're going down, down, down. Hey chameleons, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So many of my K-pop Demon Hunters videos went viral, and you all know them. And since K-pop Demon Hunters has been out for a while, it's time to share my true feelings. Just kidding. They're all good. I still love the franchise. I don't know how I feel about them making a second one. Comment down below if you guys really want them to make a second one, because I know some of you do, but I'm not sure. Like, the first one is just so good that like I don't want to mess with it, but at the same time I'm like, I want more. I want Rumi to live her life and have fun with that demon guy.
It's infectious.
So since it has been out for a while, I wanted to introduce this new series to my channel. If you don't know me, hi, I'm so sorry for not introducing myself earlier. My name is Camille dlc. I'm 17 years old. I'm a singer, songwriter, YouTuber, influencer, musician. And one of the things I love the most about music is writing songs. I feel like it's so personal and so vulnerable. I have released 16 songs of my own that are out on all streaming platforms, so you can go check them out if you want to, I don't know. But one of the things that I also love doing is explaining songwriting to you guys, and I've seen a lot of comments asking, Camille, how do you write this song? How do you do this? Can you give a songwriting seminar? First of all, I don't know if I'm that qualified to give a songwriting seminar, but I do want to share some of my insight on the most popular songs with you guys and also see what your opinions are on it. So, of course, we have to start off with a cover. I mean, I just have to. I have to sing Golden again. That's like the only thing I can do right now. So I'm going to sing a cover for you guys, and then we are going to break down from a songwriter's perspective what Golden from K-pop Demon Hunters really means. So let's get into it.
I was a ghost, I was alone, watching up, girls so gay. Given the throne, I didn't know how to believe I was a queen that I meant to be. I lived two lives, trying to play both sides, but I couldn't find my own place. Cause a proud blown child, cause I got too wild, but now that's how I'm getting paid. I'm done hiding now, I'm shining like I'm born to be. We're dreaming hard, we came so far now, I believe. We're going up, it's our moment. You know together we're going, gonna be golden. Oh, up, in our voices. You know together we're going, gonna be golden. Oh, I'm done hiding now, I'm shining like I'm born to be. Oh, I would die, no fears, no lies until we're born to be. Waited so long to break these walls down, to wake up and feel like me. Put these patterns all in the past now, and finally live like the girl they all see. No more hiding, be shining like I'm born to be. Cause we are hunters, voices strong, and I know I'll believe. We're going up, it's our moment. You know together we're going, gonna be golden. Oh, up, in our voices. You know together we're going, gonna be golden. Oh, I'm done hiding now, I'm shining like I'm born to be. Oh, our time, no fears, no lies until we're born to be. You know we're gonna be golden. We're gonna be golden like everyone's somebody. You know that it's our time, no fears, no lies until we're born to be. That song.
Wow! I absolutely love that song, and I loved singing it again. It is, I forgot how insane those vocals are. But now that I've sang it for you guys, now we have to break it down, so let's get into it. I'm so excited. Listening to this intro is just like so nostalgic at this point. It's been like 7 months, but I still feel nostalgic listening to this. Stopping it right there. I already have something to say. You already know I'm gonna pause the video so many times because I have so much to say. So the first thing that I wanted to note is the title of the actual song. I think Golden itself is such a catchy hook, and I think that's why it was #1, because I honestly expected the song, What It Sounds Like, was gonna be the big hit when I was first listening to it, because I feel like it was so empowering and so amazing. But listening to it back, I understand why Golden blew up in the way that it did. I think Golden just kind of embodies the whole movie in a way that's different than What It Sounds Like, because Golden is talking about how this girl Rumi, who she was in hiding her entire life, even to her best friends, even to her family, she couldn't tell them the truth, and finally like they're realizing like I'm golden, like not just like I'm #1, but I think golden means like I see past like the color of the marks on me and everything like that. I look past everything. I am golden because I am shining bright as myself, and because my personality is the thing that is golden, not just how I look, but actually what's inside of me that makes me so lovable. And also the golden honeymoon that they were trying to create, I love that this song is called Golden, and then as they're singing it, boom, the honeymoon is like sealed. I feel like that's such aura. Bang, golden honeymoon, safe from the demons forever. I also love how they added Korean in this song, and how they have Korean throughout. I love listening to songs that have 2 languages, even more languages. It's so cool, and I feel like I pick up a little bit of it. It's a good way that we're connecting as like a species, which sounds kind of funny, but it's true. I like called my Korean friend up while I was doing a YouTube video for this song, and I was like, can you teach me? And we just like connected, and now I'm basically one of the people. Okay, now looking at it from a songwriter's perspective, I always do this as well, starting off your song with the lowest point. Because when you really think about it, the song has to be like this mountain. It has to escalate and then it has to go back down. That's just the formula that every songwriter uses and every musician uses. So usually in the beginning, when you're painting out the story, you need to establish who you are, who your audience is, what you're talking about, what situation that you're in. And I think that this covers it so well, especially the first verses, because you get each girl's background. You hear first Rumi, she was, I was a ghost, I was alone, and I was given this platform, this throne, but I didn't know like who I was meant to be. I didn't know what I was gonna do. And then you hear Zoe's perspective, which is coming up. I love that each girl gets their own solo in this. It's so beautiful. I live 2 lives, try to play both sides. I love that so much. And I feel like at first it's hard to kind of pick up because everything is so fast paced in the movie, but it really ties together that like these girls, they're not just like these random characters, boom, that you put on. And I think that's one of the reasons why K-pop Demon Hunters is so appreciated, because you can watch it so many times and find out different things and make different connections. I didn't like really pick it up until the second time I watched this, that Zoe, the reason why she says she lived 2 lives, try to play both sides, is because in the beginning of the movie they were talking about how she was like born and raised in America or something.
She's a rapper and lyricist.
She grew up in America, somewhere called Burbank, USA.
And now she's in Korea, and I like just realized that like my second time around. I was like, whoa, so she's actually a person. Like she's not just like this vague sense of like, oh, here's this other character that's friends with Rumi. No, she actually is a person with her own personality and her own story, which I think is really beautiful. Yeah, I also love how they give this Mira this part called a problem child because I got too wild. I love that line called a problem child because I got too wild. It's so fire. Okay, and then this is the pre-chorus while they're going into the big bridge. And I noticed that this is something that I also do. I have like the beat going on, and then in the pre-chorus there has to be some sort of drop in order to have that tension and release going on. So that's why there's sort of like a breakdown where the beat drops and it's just the synth that's zoom, zoom, you know, which creates more momentum for the hook to come in and really give it that boom factor where you're like, whoa, did not expect that, but also knew that it was gonna be fire, you know? Build up, come in. I also love a good tension and release when you completely cut out the track and it's just the vocals. I love when songs do that. My song, Get a Clue, which is actually celebrating its 1-year anniversary. Thank you so much for all the love. I'll Get a Clue, and go stream it if you haven't already. Yeah, Get a Clue, I do that where it goes.
Plus you'll be fine if you read between the lines.
Track goes out. It's just amazing and I love it. So this song is so empowering, like just the melody alone, even if you don't have the lyrics, you just feel like up, it's our moment. It's just so empowering, and I think part of that is the music behind it, the melody is going up the scale, up. I think that's what makes it feel like I'm flying and I'm floating and I am going up. Imagine if we were going up and we're up. Like I'd be like, we're going down. We're going down and another you round. You know what I mean? And we have another breakdown. I remember when I was first listening to this song, I was really wondering where it was going. And I think this is something that I struggle with personally in my songwriting, is especially when you're singing an empowering song. Because usually you'll start off the empowering song when you're hit rock bottom, like I said before, when you are at the verse and you're like, oh, life sucks. I feel broken. I feel terrible. And I realized that, wait, I don't have to feel this way. And now I'm up, I'm golden. How do you get back to another verse and do a second verse? Because you don't want to go back to being like sad. That doesn't make sense. You know, but I think they did a beautiful job of like, there's actually something underneath. Like, not only do I feel like this and I'm hiding and I'm good, but then there's also another thing where I haven't even told my best friends, you know what I mean? And I think that's why it's important that it's only Rumi's verse, that like she's solely singing it, because these other girls, like her two other friends, have already been vulnerable and already have exposed, but Rumi, she has this other thing that she's still holding back. And I think that's what's really beautiful about this second verse here. And I did this in my song Mirror, which is an empowering song, and I was struggling to figure out what am I gonna say in the second verse, because I already said in the first verse it goes, I'm whipping out the guitar for this one, y'all. So the first verse goes, I see you looking beat down, wonder where you rebound from the negative, all the heaviness, right? So it's saying like, I see you doing this. Where are we going from there though? The story can't just be like, I see you doing this, but you should be like this. I see you doing this. You can't go back. So then I go, don't you be afraid of the mirror, and we'll show you what I see, and everything that looks like it's so perfect and if in reality, you know, blah blah blah, and so on and so forth. So then when I go back to the second verse, I don't go like again like, I see you looking beat down. No, there's a new idea. I know just how you feel, girl. We're living in this cold world where pressures and standards make it hard to handle sometimes. So don't settle for the typical, cause the change itself is criminal. Don't you know that you're free indeed. You know, you see it, you see it. I love this part, and it just makes me so sad. Part of the reason why I love musicals is because there's a story and songs. Like, I don't understand, like, some people are like, why are they just bursting into song? They're bursting into song because they can't speak anymore. The songs happen when you have nothing left to say. All you can do is sing. It's just such built up emotion that you have nothing left to do but sing. It's not just randomly bursting into song. Thank you very much. But yeah, I truly believe, like, I wish I could just burst into song. I really do. Because songs are stories. That's just bang. That's just what it is. And I just love when there's a story and then songs add up and then there's more songs that connect to each other, and it's beautiful. Ugh. I can see the golden honeymoon. I think something really important about pop music in general, and K-pop also especially, is that it needs to have a melody that is easy to remember, but also has never been done before, because there have been so many pop songs, but all of them are just different in their own way. Even if they have a similar chord progression or a similar melody, it sounds so familiar to us, which is something really cool about pop music. It sounds so familiar, but at the same time, you've never heard it before. Like, when I first listened to the song, and the reason why songs become so catchy and stick in your brain is because they're singing the same thing over and over and over again, to the point where, like, I've heard this before. It's engraved in your brain, and then you can't get it out, and that's how they get you. That's how they get you. But the trick is to build it up every time. So the first one is big, and then the second one's bigger. Third one is even bigger, so that it doesn't get tiring because there's always something new added on. Same, but different. And then I also love when songs have their intros as their outros. It just sounds like such a full circle moment to me. I love it so much. And it's the perfect songs to play on a loop because it just starts over. There's no beginning, there's no end, which I think is a perfect metaphor for a movie like this. And I just love it. Love it. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for watching. I loved taking a little dive into K-pop Demon Hunters once again. Of course, I'm always down to do some K-pop Demon Hunters for you guys. So make sure to go like, go comment down below, subscribe to my YouTube channel, stream my music on all streaming platforms, and I love you guys so much. Comment down below other songs that you guys want me to break down. All right, bye.
So don't you be afraid of the mirror, 'cause it will show you what I see. Everything that
Mira, she gets her own shout out. Sorry, I'm gonna put on lip gloss because I feel like my lips are not